everyone. Happy Tuesday. It's a different day for me, but I'm so glad you're all here anyway. I see so many friends checking in from all over the world. We even have France here and Costa Rica. So thanks for joining me. I'm Carissa Wiley from sprinkledwithglitter.com. Welcome to my craft room. And let me just tell you, whether you're here live or you're watching on the replay, I'm so glad that you choose to spend your time here. I'm so honored. And I have something very special for all of you today. I'm really excited to share. I'm teaming up with Altenew for this live stream today. I have some inspiration. I have some exclusive offers to share. I have a couple of giveaways for you. So we're going to get into all of that in just a moment. I'm going to give a couple more people some time to just pop in here. I know that someone from Altenew will be here in the comments moderating for me. I believe it's going to be Mitzi. So thank you, Mitzi, for being here. And I know my friend Nicole is watching. So I just want to say thank you to everybody. If you have not already, make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and hit that notification button, because when you do that, you'll be notified anytime I post a pre-recorded video or anytime I go live, and I do not want you to miss out. First of all, I have to say, Jennifer Thompson is here. She's from Des Moines, and I have to tell you that that is very special because my grandmother was from the Des Moines area in Iowa. She moved to California. I don't even know when, but she lived in California for the rest of her life here, and that's how our family ended up here. But I'm actually doing something today with these dies that totally remind me of my grandmother, so I had to shout that out. Nicole's here. I see her saying hi in the chat, and I saw Mitzi behind the badge there. So let's talk about the exclusive offer first. Or should we go down to the desktop? Well, let's go down to the desktop and talk about the exclusive offer. How's that? Today, I am going to be featuring the Sweet Treats Layering Die Set from Altenew. This is one of the newer products from the July release, but I'm going to feature some other products. I've pulled out a bunch of stuff, and I wanted to let you know that Altenew is so generous. They have given me an exclusive discount code. It's active now. And I'll put it up on the screen because I know that my name is hard for some people to spell. So if you use the code CarissaLive1 when you check out, you're going to add $79 worth of product pre-tax to your cart. And then you use the code CarissaLive1. That will save you $10 off your order today. And let me tell you, there's some sales going on. The Crafty Necessities sale is going on over at Altenew right now. So you can combine this code with the sale products. The only thing you cannot do is combine this code with another code. So just keep that in mind. And I did want to fine print for all of you, whether you're watching live or on the replay. This code is valid now through July 24th at 11:59 Eastern Daylight Time. So you have a couple of days to shop using this. Also, if you go down to the YouTube description below, I have a link that says if you click it, it automatically applies that once you hit that $79 threshold on your cart. So it will automatically apply that Carissa Live 1 code. So it'll say to shop this exclusive offer, click this link, and you can do that. Or you can shop any of those links below and then enter Carissa Live 1 at discount. Are we clear? Yes, thank you, Altenew, says Tammy. Thank you. Everybody is so happy about this. And I'm going to leave that on the screen for just a bit because, like I said, I know my name is not the easiest to spell. I think some people want to put an L in there. I'm actually not Clarissa. I am Carissa, and it's one R and two S's. I'm going to just leave it on the screen. Okay. Let's talk about giveaways. I have two $15 digital gift card codes to give away during the live stream. There is a Google form in the YouTube description below. If you hop on over there and fill that out, you can enter to win one of those two Altenew $15 gift card codes. Oh, everybody's so happy. Yes, I love a good discount. Altenew has been so generous with this, and so thank you, Altenew. I'm thrilled. Now, I've pulled out a couple of things. I pulled out I don't even know what I'm doing. I mean, I know what I'm doing, but I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I've pulled out labels and tags too, which I have a video coming on the Altenew channel using this, and I will put up a graphic on my Instagram feed a little bit later, and I'm going to show you one of those products or projects using this tag is on there. It's going to be a little sneak peek of what's coming on the Altenew channel. I have the Wrapped with Love stamp set that I'll be using today. I decided to go with stamps rather than hot foil, but there is a press plate set and coordinating die set available. And then I have some other things. Now, because I'm going with like this sweet treats like idea, I pulled out Pumpkin Patch, which is a bundle that was released last year. It has this awesome pumpkin background. There is a stencil set that coordinates with it, but I thought this So Sweet sentiment would be perfect with our little sweet treats, or versatile. And this is actually in the Crafty Necessities sale. So it's got a little discount off of that. And then also I pulled out Versatile Greetings, one because it has this sweet sentiment for the die set, or it has the hot foil plates and you can use that with the die set as well. All of this is linked below. I don't know what combination of this I'm actually going to end up using, but I did do some die cutting ahead of time. And so now that I've yapped and yapped, should we get started? Should we get started? I think we have. Oh, you know what? I forgot to say also, if you are here and you are enjoying this and you're happy about the discount, you're happy about the giveaways, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Okay, let's look at what I die cut like right before we went live. And I'm going to actually sort some of this out because we're going to create a few of these items using these dies. So these kind of go together to create a chocolate chip cookie. I do have links to the cardstocks that I used in the YouTube description below. One of the great ones would be Coffee Break. It has a lot of neutrals in it. And then this is really where this inspired me to kind of create for my grandma. My grandma used to eat these Mother's wafer cookies. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? Look at how this stacks up to make the most adorable wafer cookies. She always had them in her house, and they were in like the vanilla, the strawberry, and the chocolate. And so I thought we would do a little ode to Grandma. We called her Gigi later on in her life. So we're going to do a little ode to Gigi today with the wafer cookies for sure. But we may put another like one or two of these sweet treats together and combine it with it, or you know, we can just put them together and have them ready for another card in the future. But I thought I would show you a few of these. Now, they were made by Mother's brand. And like I said, they were like those sugar, they kind of melt in your mouth, all sugar all the time. But when I was looking at this, now I'm not sure if this was actually meant to be possibly a donut, which it totally could be, or this reminds me of those other Mother's cookies or the Keebler Elf cookies that have like the frosting on them, and they're like frosted on the bottom and they're frosted on the top. So if you did like a few of these colors together and you did like the chocolate on the top, it looks like those Keebler Elf frosted cookies, and then you could offset the darker brown beneath. Doesn't that look just like those Keebler Elf cookies? Or you could make it a donut. So I have several of these kind of just die cut so we can play with them. And then we will kind of make a little grouping out of them and put them on a background. So isn't this fun? I love that you can kind of mix and match these. You can cut them out in any like colors that you want, whatever inspires you. But let me find the packaging, because on the back, it's going to show you how to stack these up to make what they've done as an example on the front. It also gives you some color, like inspiration or color suggestions. And another thing I wanted to point out to you that I love that Altenew has started doing, they've started putting an acetate sheet that they connect their dies to. And that's because that strong tape that holds these dies into the packaging was ruining everybody's packaging when they're pulling the dies off. So now with this acetate sheet in there, the tape is on the acetate. You have the little outlines beneath so you know where all the dies go back, and then you're not ruining your packaging when you're pulling all of this out. Isn't that genius? I love it. Okay, let's get to just gluing some of this together. If any of you have, actually I'm not gonna glue yet. Let's do a little blending on them because we can add a little bit of shading with a little bit of blending. So I'm gonna grab my 9x12 sticky grid mat that I love for ink blending, and I'm gonna grab a few inks. I just chose some that were kind of close to the colors that I'm using, and I stuck with this like kind of Neapolitan, is that how you say it? The ice cream, you know, that's vanilla, strawberry, and chocolate. I stuck with like these colors, and I just grabbed some ink colors that are kind of close to that, and I thought we would blend on the wafer beneath to give it a little bit of depth. So we're going to take these solid pieces that I've die cut, and we're going to leave the actual like crosshatch wafer piece alone. Yeah, these wafer, I see that a lot of you are loving the wafer cookie thing. I have to tell you, so much my grandma right here. I just can't even get over it. So I'm going to start with blush. This is blush cardstock. I'm going to start with blush ink. And I have just like reorganized my blending brush drawer. So I'm going to grab this, and I will grab the closest brush that I have. And I think I'll just go around the edges with the blush ink. Now, I happen to know that some of the fresh dye ink cubes are on special right now. So if you have not tried the fresh dye inks, that's a great way to kind of try them out, get some colors in your hand. But these blend really beautifully, and I'm really enjoying the colorways for the fresh dye inks that Altenew offers, and they come in families of 4, so you have a light, a medium, a dark, and an extra dark. So I'm just going to add a little bit of shading, and then watch when I put that over the top, you're going to get that little bit of depth coming through. I could probably go a little bit more intense on these around the edges, just so you can actually see it. And then we'll do it with this is vanilla cream, and this is, I feel like that might be, it's not espresso. Maybe it's mocha. I'll have to look. But I'm just going to add a little blending, and this is going to add just a little bit of interest to the die cuts as we put them together. Oh, Cynthia's watching from Alberta, Canada. I'm so glad you're here. So, just gonna do that. It's a simple step. It doesn't take long, but it adds a little something when we put this all together. Do you see that? Gives that little darker kind of shading to the back side of that. I think that looks so good. So we'll screw our lid on, and I have to say, I was on a call the other day with some friends, and I had a stack of non-Altenew ink pads on my desk, and I knocked them all over, and the lids went flying everywhere. With the fresh dye inks, they have this nice like screw-on lid, so if you drop them, the lid stays on, which I love. And so I was kind of laughing because I was like, well, clearly those were not Altenew inks because the lids went flying everywhere. So I'm using vanilla cream, which is from the Delectable Delights ink set from Altenew, fresh dye ink here, to blend onto the vanilla cream cardstock. It's just tone on tone again. If you don't have the exact color, what you can do is just get something close. Like even like a light yellow would work to add a little bit of shading onto the vanilla cream. So that would totally work in this case. But I have it, and then my assistant has been at work. If you've been following my Instagram stories, she's been at work. I don't have the color labels for these yet, but she has put the color family names on these for me, and so I need to get some color labels and get the rest of the ones that I don't have labeled so that we can finish that off. Now I'm going to grab espresso ink and I will do this color cardstock. And honestly, it's not espresso cardstock, but I can't remember if it's like mocha. I don't think it's milk chocolate. See, I think this one might be milk chocolate. So I would have to figure that out. But it's a good toned brown on this one. Okay. Your blending tool filled with storage makes, I know, doesn't this make you happy? Let's move my discount code for just a minute, just so you all can see the beauty of my little brush holder from Altenew. This would be a great thing to pick up with that $10 off because I love their mini blending brushes and I love having them all in color order here. And then as I have a few that are ready to go for new colors that I don't have, you know, brushes for. But I've been sharing brushes for a while here. So I have a few extras on hand. I started with the original in cubes and now I'm collecting the fresh dye inks in the full size. I love Altenew inks. Oh, I love that, Cynthia. Thanks for sharing. What is your favorite trimmer? All of mine seem to shred cardstock. And yes, I have changed the blade. I find that a rotary trimmer works really well if you're having trouble with shredded cardstock. And some of the cardstocks on the market have a more cottony feel to them, and so they do tend to shred a little bit more. But if you use a rotary blade rather than one that forces its way through the cardstock, that's a great way to keep your cardstock from shredding. Is it dark chocolate cardstock? It might be. You know what we could do? Let's do this. Yes, let's do this. Let's just flip through. No, maybe it is espresso. Okay, this one's dark chocolate. Nope, JK. This one is dark chocolate. This one I thought was espresso. This one's dark chocolate. This one that I'm blending on is actually espresso. Do you see that? So there you go. So it's actually espresso that I was using. I thought it was espresso, but the darker one is dark chocolate. So I have the Tim Holtz one, but I am finding it's not cutting straight after a period of time. Interesting. I would contact the manufacturer on that. Also, as you guys are chatting, I love it when you chat. I would love if you have a specific question, if you could put the word question at the beginning of your statement so I know that it kind of pops out and you're not just chatting with somebody else in the chat, which I love that you guys do that because I love that this is a place where we can all connect together. So feel free to chat with each other. I love it when you do that. Carrie's here. She says she hasn't seen me in a while. I'm back at it, Carrie. I am back at it. I was gone for a little bit on vacation and I've been really just trying to keep up or catch up. So I've been a little, I've been a little elusive. We'll just put it that way. Okay, so now that we have the blending done on the bottom, I'm gonna flip these over and just do like little dots of glue. Now, if this is something that would make you absolutely crazy, because I could see how it could do that, what you could do is use the Altenew sheet adhesive before you die cut these and put it on the back, and then this would be like a little sticker that you would just peel the backer off of and stick it right onto the solid piece underneath. And you might just save yourself a little bit of, a little bit of grief. But we'll do that. And question, favorite Altenew color combos? Well, I have to tell you, one of my favorite colors of Altenew cardstock is Pastel Sunrise. And I just got the ink color, so I haven't used the actual ink yet, but I find that their cardstocks and their inks match really nicely. So I know that if I like the Pastel Sunrise cardstock, I'm gonna like the Pastel Sunrise ink. That's one of my favorite colors. I do use blush a lot. I surprisingly use this vanilla cream color a lot as I'm creating. Nimbus is one of my favorite colors, Nimbus. Carrie says she thinks I need a virtual assistant. I just don't know how you would get the stuff done that I need done, Carrie, if you are just virtual. Okay, so colors. Nimbus is one of my favorites. I use moss a lot, which is a beautiful green. Let's see. I'm looking over at my inks. Those are popping off the top of my head right now. There's, oh, dewdrops. I use dewdrops a lot. That's a beautiful color as well. Maybe use glue stick on the mesh portions. I could, but I don't have one handy, so I'm just gonna do it the hard way. And I'm okay with that. This is for the sake of Gigi, you know? For those of you who are just coming in, let me check here. Yeah, we have several here that weren't here at the beginning. Altenew has offered an exclusive discount code to use through July 24th at 11:59 Eastern Time. It's Carissa Live 1 at checkout. If you put $79 of product pre-tax in your cart and then you use Carissa Live 1 at checkout, it will save you $10 off, or you can use the link in the YouTube description below and that will automatically apply the discount for you once you hit that $79 threshold. And don't forget to check out their Crafty Necessities sale going on right now as well. Question, have you received recommendations for a new ultra smooth white cardstock? The white cardstocks that I use, ultra smooth, are Concord and Ninth, and then also Hammermill. So those are the ones that I use. I think you may be referring to the envelopes that I was looking for, because I am looking for a super smooth white envelope that I can stamp on like a super smooth cardstock would be. And so I'm on the hunt for that. Yes, Carmen says Altenew is so generous. Yes, they are. And I've left the discount code on the screen because, as I mentioned earlier, if you weren't here, my name can be a little tricky to spell. It's one R and two S's, so I made sure that I'm leaving that on the screen. Or if you just go to the YouTube description and click the link that says shop this discount here, it will automatically apply it. What did Carrie say that we're laughing at? I think the virtual assistant. Yes, that's hilarious. Catherine said, yes, the envelope. Yeah, if I find an envelope that I love that's like this super smooth white A2 envelope, I will totally share, but it will take a little while because I'll have to like order and actually see if it's what I want it to be. So anyway, I'm not going all over the back side of these either. I'm just kind of hitting the highs and the lows and the ends here, a few places in between, and am gluing these little wafer cookies together like that. So these are easy to put together. Look how adorable they look. And then because of the blending, we get that little bit of a darker shading underneath, which is exactly how those cookies look. So I love that. Okay, so we have our wafer cookies here. And in fact, I think it would be fun to like fan them out, and maybe we could have enough for a couple cards. These dies look like little wafer cookies. Yes, Carrie, we talked all about it. My grandma used to have these in her house all the time. And so we're doing a little ode to my grandma, to Gigi today, with the cookies, the wafer cookies. Now this is what makes up kind of like the chocolate chip cookie. And I have used dark chocolate and espresso to cut these layers. And you're going to take this one that has the little openings and you're going to lay it right on top of a darker colored cardstock. And then it looks like chocolate chips underneath, right? It may be it's like dark chocolate chips. And then we'll do this, and I'm just going to grab this and look if there's like a specific way I should do this. I don't know that it like matters too much how you put this on here, but what we'll do is just kind of find where it fits and go with that. Okay. And then we maybe should have added just a little bit of ink blending to this. So I'm just going to grab the brush that I was using with that espresso ink and just go along the edge of that just a little, just to kind of create some differentiation between that bottom layer and the top layer. So now we have just a little chocolate chip cookie there, which not my jam. I'm not a chocolate girl. The wafers are so stinking cute. I know. They look so realistic on screen. You could eat them. I would not recommend it. And then let's do, like I said, I feel like these could be donuts or they could be like those Keebler Elf cookies. So let's make like a Keebler Elf kind of cookie where it's got the chocolate on the bottom. So I'm going to take this darker brown one. I'm going to offset it with the vanilla cream cardstock, just like that. And then I'm going to take, this is the espresso colored cardstock that I've cut like the little chocolate drizzle. Do you guys know which one I'm talking about? Which cookie I'm talking about? It's got like the chocolate drizzle over the top. I don't know if it's just like a US thing too. So maybe my friends that are not from the US don't know what I'm talking about, but that looks like one of those Keebler Elf cookies. I used to like chocolate when I was young, so non-crafting question. What shadow brand do you use? You always look amazing. Oh, thank you. I'm assuming you're meaning eyeshadow. And I use a mix of, there's one on Amazon called Julep, which is like a stick. And then I use the Synagent's Shadow Sense also, which is a great like cream to powder formula, and it lasts forever. So let's just do another one of these. We're going to do 2 groupings. I don't know that we'll actually finish 2 cards today. Wow, it is hot today. Let me turn down the air real quick. I don't know, but I will at least have the pieces for 2 different cards ready to go. So even if I don't finish 2 on screen, I'll have the pieces to create a second one off screen. So, and these are pretty, like I said, pretty easy to put together. Just a few drops of glue here and there. Fudge stripe cookies. Thank you, Hockey Spaz. Yes, that's exactly what I'm thinking of, are the fudge stripe cookies. Like the fudge shortbread, Melanie says. Yes. How's Mr. Glitter enjoying his summer? Mr. Glitter is enjoying his summer. We are going to go. I just purchased tickets yesterday to go to the Reagan Presidential Library and Museum in Simi Valley, California on Monday. They have a Dead Sea Scrolls exhibit, which I'm really excited about, but they also have like the old Air Force One there. And so I'm kind of excited about that. So we're going to do a day trip next Monday. So I have a ton of work to get done so that I'm not trying to work when we're trying to relax. So I have a really bad habit of doing that. But I would like to get that done. Katie's here from Sydney, Australia. Marta, hey, you must have snuck in. Oh, Girl Scout Samoas. Yes, that would be so much fun. Girl Scout cookies for sure on this. Francie's here, just getting here. Thankful I'm here. You always look amazing. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. You're like my biggest fans, and you're always so kind, and I really appreciate it. Let's see. For those of you who are just joining, there is an exclusive offer in the YouTube description, and so be sure to check that out. All right. I am using, these are Sweet Treats dies from Altenew, and we have a couple of little groupings of fun little cookies put together. All right, Marta's here at work, and then what we could do is we could make like a little donut out of that one too. Let's do it. Let's just do it. A little chocolate donut. We have lots of options to put together here. Safe travels. Some parts of California are really dangerous right now. Yeah, I don't think where we're going, we should avoid all that. So it should be okay. Thank you though. It's like a 2.5 hour drive, so it's not bad to do like a up and back. So we'll do that. And I'm really excited to see like the Dead Sea Scroll exhibit. It's ending soon. And when I saw that it was there and that it's ending soon, I told my husband, we should go. Let's go do that. I think it's something that we'll really enjoy. Maggie's listening, been listening on the drive home, and she's finally at her craft table. All right. So now that we have that done, I thought, so here's the deal. You could actually like push this in a holiday direction, and you could have like a wrapped with love, but we could also do a homemade with love kind of thing. Or we could just do sweet, like a sweet, I don't know. Tina says, so excited because I bought the Lange Hair Le Duo Grand 360 Airflow Styler, which is what I use. It was on sale during the recent Prime Day, and I tried it last night, and I love it. I'm so glad you love it. We talk about my hair all the time here, I feel like. Oh, Dottie says I'll be in her neck of the woods, and that the library is beautiful. Oh, Marta lives in Simi Valley. Well, how funny. How fancy that. Fancy that. Okay, I'm going to get some white cardstock, and I think what we'll do is stamp this homemade with love. And maybe the joke of it all would be, because everybody knows I'm not giving homemade cookies. I do make cookies like once a year, but baking is not super my jam. Sorry, I'm trying to put some stuff back here. Baking's not super my jam, so maybe the joke will be like, you get a gift card to a sweet shop, but it says homemade with love. I don't know. I love this. I actually used this set not too long ago, or the other day, to create a video for Altenew that's not up yet, and I love that. So let's stamp this. I'm going to just put this. Okay, I have to show you something about my stamp wheel that I love that I didn't know that I would love, okay? When you get your stamp wheel, gotta get my fingernails under there. When you get your stamp wheel, it does not come with this thin sticky grid mat underneath. It does not come with this. This is an add-on. And I don't know if I can get this is my perfect picker tool. I can't, it doesn't come with this. You see how there's an A2 card? But if you add that, it makes life just so much better, because you have the grid on the photopolymer, but when you add that black and white grid underneath, and it's available in black as well, if you prefer like a black base, when you add that in there, you have these A2 guides, which make it a lot easier to use, I think. So I'm going to lay that onto a scrap of white cardstock, and I'm going to pick up my stamp using the flip plate. And my question is, do I want to stamp this in espresso, or do I want to stamp it in blush? And maybe we'll just try both. I haven't used this stamp yet, so I haven't even primed it. I should have done it with my little priming tool from Altenew. The little eraser thing is fabulous. Okay, Daily Creations is late. That's okay. We have a special code for you to use over at Altenew. It's on the screen. It's $10 off $79. So add $79 to your cart, and then hit add in that Carissa Live one, and you'll save 10 bucks. Or use the link in the description below. And don't forget, for those of you who just came in, I have a giveaway of 2 $15 Altenew gift card codes as well, but you have to go over to the Google form and fill that out, and I'll pick those at the end of the live stream. All right, so that was the espresso ink. What I'm going to do is just flip this like this. You see, I didn't even move my stamp wheel base. I'm just going to flip it to the other side, and we'll stamp it in blush and see which one we like better. So I'm going to do the blush. It's a game. Tina says it's a game changer using the grid add-on. I completely agree. I just think having those lines in the background, they're not overwhelming, but they're there if you need them. And I love it. Okay. Baby wipes are a crafter's friend for sure. Oh, Genesis says, I love to bake, so that this set is so me. I love it. I realized that I needed the grid to use a turnabout stamp. It's on the way. Yes, it helps so much with the turnabout stamps for sure. Okay, I want to double stamp this, but look how pretty. I love that blush ink. I don't know that I've ever stamped in it. So pretty. Okay, let's do this and then we can stamp, cut out what we need. Air Force 2. Oh, that's so cool. Product Altenew wrapped with love. Thank you, Mitzi, for putting that there for me. This is the stamp set. Now there is, whoa, I don't know what just happened there, but I saw that go out. We're back. Whew, that scared me for just a second. This is the stamp set, the wrapped with love stamp set. It's also available in a press plate. The press plate may be out of stock, but it also has the die set available, which I'm going to use here. And I think I like this pink sentiment. Let me see. Did I get the wrong die? Yes. That's how I roll. Usually grab the wrong die first. Yes, if you have the original inks, they are wonderful as well. And they will still go strong. So that was Digicat. She bought, or they bought the original OG, the crisp dye inks. Okay, so I'm just gonna die cut this. This blush ink is maybe just about the perfect pink ever. Isn't the font the cutest? Love it too. Carrie's been talking about the Better Press and the Fuse for quite some time and which one she needed, and she just bought both. So I'm so happy for you. Let's just die cut both of these while we're die cutting because we can set this aside and use it on a different project, or we can make a quick little tag with this too. This is where I'm thinking though we're like gonna end up with for our card. I think we're gonna end up with some sort of little arrangement. We really want the wafers in there. I mean, the wafers have to be a part of it because that is just ode to Gigi right there. Yes, the font is so cute. Danette loves the pink. Yes, I love the pink too. And I think it's the perfect little grouping here because, okay, and here's why. We love to talk about why I feel things like on this channel. A lot of times I like to walk you through why I'm thinking something in particular. This brings in a lot of dark, okay? Lots of dark. It looks great, lots of contrast, but I only have like little bits of pink and I only have 2 bits of pink in this entire grouping. And so the reason that this pink sentiment feels right to me is because it brings in a third pink element, kind of creates this triangle of pinks and kind of softens down the entire thing. So I love to do, I think this is the right call. I think this still looks good, but there's something about that third pink element and doing things in 3 that really feels nice. Well, I think you should totally help your mom, Hockey Spaz. That is the right thing to do. Okay, I have a piece of white cardstock here. And we're just gonna like stack this up. Maybe we won't use all this. I don't know. Maybe it would be, okay. I actually think this would be cute just with the 3. Do you guys like the simplicity of this? I like the simplicity of just the wafers, I think. But then we lose our third pink thing. So we would have to come up with 1 more pink element. And I think I kind of like just this. Okay, how are you feeling? Do we go over the top with all the elements or do we love just something simple like this? I'm kind of digging the simple. All right. I pulled out Gilded Marble. This is a press plate, and I thought it would be kind of cool to do it kind of like a kitchen. You know how like, well, I don't have marble countertops. I would love to have marble countertops, but you know how like the white and gray marble countertops are all like the rage right now. They're in everywhere. What I thought we would do is kind of bring an ode to that kitchen. Now my grandma, Gigi, she had pink Corian. Do you all remember Corian countertops when those were like a thing? She had pink ones. Is it possible to do a light ink? Yeah, we're not going to leave it plain, Catherine. We won't do it on just plain white. We will add something to the background. So yes, it's either going to be a blend or we're going to experiment with this gilded background real quick. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place this onto my better press, and I'm going to grab a little bit of the Altenew satin masking tape, and I'm going to strategically place my satin masking tape at the corners where there's kind of an opening in the design. Do you see it here and here? So just kind of catty corner, and you have to think in mirror opposites. So when you flip it over. So we're going to try this. Most people like just the wafers. I'm going to go over here. Y'all are going to come like with me, like voice-wise, but you can't come with me camera-wise. I'll be right back. I'm here, see? And I'm going to grab Morning Frost, and we will ink up this better press plate with the Morning Frost. Okay, I don't want to ruin my nails, so a lot of times I'll use my Perfect Picker to kind of like push this into place. Okay, the other thing I think I want to do is, in case I need to do this twice, and if you've been around for a while, you know I like to do this with my better press. I like to push this into one corner, whether it's the lower right, the upper right, and then I like to tape it in place with the satin masking tape, and that keeps this magnetic mat from shifting around. And by keeping it from shifting around, if I need to rerun this through my die cut machine and press a second time, then I don't have to worry about that magnetic mat moving. Whereas if it's not taped in place, it does have a little bit of wiggle room. And so I don't want to risk it. Okay, so I've inked it up with the Morning Frost. I've placed the Platinum onto the chase, and we'll run this through my Platinum 6, and we'll see. I know this is a really cool plate, and the thing about the plate, this looks fantastic. I did like a faux watercolor video with it when it first came out from last year. It looks really cool in different colors, but it also looks great. It looks great with foil. Super fabulous. Like a matte silver foil looks fabulous. Nicole says, I'm so rough with my hands, I stopped doing my nails. I keep telling myself my nails are tools, but yeah, I agree. I use my nails for a lot, and that's why I actually do the dip powder, which is not acrylic, but it's nice and hard, and I have like very fragile nails. They tear very easily, and so I have found that by doing, I'm going to let that ink dry down for just a second because it feels a little on the green side right now, but I think when it dries down, it's going to be what I want it to be. But I have found that by keeping something on my nails, they actually do better. They don't tear as much. And gel polish for me, it peels off like almost instantly. So metallic color, I have not tried any of the Lisa Horton. Melissa Hinkle loves the tip with the tape. You know what, it has saved me more than once. I'm just gonna say that. Okay, this is drying back. I'm liking it a little more. So I'm gonna trim this down a little bit more. So this was already 4 by 5 1/4. So let's just trim it down to, let's do another 1/2 inch. So that would make it 3.5 by 4 3/4. We're just gonna like bring it in. Y'all are loving it. I'm so good. Okay, so glad. I mean, not so good. I'm not so good. Okay, let's do pink on the opposite side. Okay, I think that on its own is so cute. Okay, let's just, I feel, okay, so here's the deal. I'm looking at this in the screen and that gray feels very green compared to what it's reading in person. So just bear with me here. Just trust me that in person, this looks fantastic. And we're gonna cut a piece of vellum that is 3.5 by 4.5. Would that be the right? I think so. Nope, a little narrower. 3 1/4. Let's try that. Oh yeah. Let's soften that. Oh yes. Okay. So there's that. Oh yeah, I think that balances it out with the pink on the left for sure. For sure. And then I have one idea for another pink element to bring in a third pink element. And that would be to grab the blush cardstock, preferably the one that I already die cut out of. Because, you know. And then what I'm thinking we could do, let's see, I'm looking at my Wrapped with Love stamp set. Let's do Sending Love right here as a little strip, and that'll bring in a third pink element. And I think that will be fantastic. And what we will do is we're gonna free range stamp this. I know this is brave, but sometimes you gotta just be a little brave. Question, free shipping too. I'm gonna let Mitzi answer that one for me. Yeah, the vellum looks fantastic, right? Okay. So I'm thinking this, and I have to get my head in here. So just bear with me for just a second so that I can make sure. I'm doing a tone on tone. Okay, maybe I need it one more because it's a brand new stamp. It would be cute with a little dessert plate or doily. I agree. That would be so cute. A little like scalloped plate would be really cute. Okay, perfect. My second stamping was much better. That's just a tone on tone. And then we're gonna finish this off with some of the Stellar Sequins in the clear iridescent. It's gonna be so cute. And then maybe we just cut a quick tag and we throw some of these other things on there. We'll see how y'all are feeling. For those of you who are just coming in, I know for you who've been here from the beginning, you've all heard this, but there is a promotion that's available to you right now. There's details in the YouTube description. So if you want to check that out, there's also a giveaway. So make sure that you go over to that Google form and enter to win the giveaway as well. Okay, I think we have perfection here. Just cutting that down into a strip. Now all we have to do is foam it up. Free US shipping too. That's awesome. I thought I had seen that, but I didn't want to say anything without it being true. Okay, Instant Dimension foam tape. This is like the OG one, the OG width. They have 1 inch width. They have 1/8 inch, no, quarter inch, 1 inch, OG, all of these. Okay, let's do, now what I like to do on something like a grouping like this, and I showed this the other day, I like to get them where I want them, flip it over, and then just add like some foam adhesive across the entire thing where it's going to hit all 3 pieces, so that, I just moved that out of the way too. I just got it out of order, but anyway, so that that 1 piece of foam adhesive actually holds everything in place, and they're all together in the arrangement that I want, and then I can add more foam adhesive to the back as well. Just keep everything together, and then it moves as one, and I don't have to, you know, like try to rearrange it the way that I liked it. Okay, so I'm thinking something like this with a few little sparkles, and this feels very Gigi. I didn't know about the shipping. Alicia, I would say Alicia, but maybe it's Alicia. It's a great promotion. Thanks, Altenew. Yes, having an annual sale and free US shipping until July 27th. Thank you, Mitzi. Keeping us straight. All right, so let's do this. Let's remove the backer. I'm gonna just hold this on here for now because we have not added the vellum yet, but we've done that on purpose because I want to see where all of my elements are gonna land, so I can actually put the foam adhesive behind the vellum as well. Because if you know me, I'm not afraid of a little bit of dimension on my cards. In fact, I like big cards, and I cannot lie. I do want to tell you also, 35% off the Ultimate Ink Blending Tool Bundle for 24 hours only. Okay, you guys, that is a great thing to use that extra 10 bucks off of right there. Carissa Live one. Okay, I'm going to tuck that under. I was going to say something. I totally got distracted. Oh, I want to put the foam tape behind. I like big cards, so we all know that about me. And look at this on top of there. That's going to be so cute. Such a fun, I didn't expect it to go this modern. Altenew embossing folders and press plates. Well, this press plate I've used so much with so many different cards, and it's great for like a masculine themed card as well. So top press plate for sure would be that. The other press plate that I love is the One Go Solid Sentiment Strips. Love that one. Embossing folder. I would have to think about that one. There's like a pumpkin one from last year that's super cute. Now that we're coming up on like fall stuff, that would be a great one. I don't know what it's called. There is Leafy, I think it's called Leafy Splendor, which is really great. And I cannot lie. Yes, that's right. I like big cards and I cannot lie. If you are watching and you have not already given this video a thumbs up, would you do that? I would really appreciate it. And can you give some love in the live chat if you're here, or if you're watching on replay, give some love to Altenew. Maybe drop your favorite Altenew product in the live chat or in the comments and just let them know what you're loving right now. Any ideas when the new release items that are out of stock will be back in stock? Mitzi is on it. She is answering that. I know that there's a lot that like went out. This was like kind of, July was like kind of this Christmas and July themed release. This is part of it. So you can see how this is not really Christmas per se. We're not making a Christmas themed thing, but can totally use it for a Christmas type card as well. Okay, so do we put this? No, I'm not digging it on the sand dunes. I'm thinking we just go on white with it. What do you think? No, I know what we do. Hold on, let me try something. I gotta go grab it though. I know. Do we grab this one and try this? We could try it on the pink as well. Oh, I kind of like this. Okay, I'm going to give you guys a choice. So I'm not going to start a poll. I'm not going to do an official poll, but you guys let me know in the comments. We could do the Morning Frost cardstock for the card base, which I think looks beautiful. And I love that there's like this like matting and framing that's created by the vellum. And then you have kind of that stark white that makes it pop out. We could do that, or let's see. And remember, I always reserve the right to veto. Or we could do pink, which is adorable too. So let me know in the comments. Do you think we should do a Morning Frost card base? We'll put the sparkle on at the end, I promise. Morning Frost card base. Is it Morning Frost? Yeah, Morning Frost or blush. Okay, I'm going to start preparing both of them because when you guys make your decision, pink, 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 Morning Frost, pink, but I'll have both of them ready. And I'm going to grab my pink, pink, pink. I love the pink. Everybody loves the pink. Well, I think we'll be just fine with the pink. So this is blush. So we'll grab our scoring tool from Altenew and we will score this. Were you guys here when I was live with Bridget for the Cozy Comfort thing from Altenew? And I totally scored my card base at the wrong spot, even though there is a giant star here that tells you where to score your A2 card. We were talking about babies. Pink, blush, white. We're gonna go with pink. I think pink's fun. Okay. And we'll just fold this. We do need some foam adhesive behind this though, don't you think? Little foam, little foam. Catherine says, don't forget to give a thumbs up. We just know you will veto it if we don't go with pink. Not true, not true. I actually think, I actually thought you all would pick the Morning Frost, and I was totally prepared for that. I don't know, I kind of like the Morning Frost. I'm gonna let you guys have your way though with the pink. It's cute. For this, I'm gonna grab the 1 inch wide. I'm trying to read all of these comments and keep up with it. Not even that. It's not even like crazy, but sometimes as I'm creating, it's hard. Imani says, great choice. Thumbs up, done. We got to add just a bit of sparkle. And then the background does not pop up as well on the Morning Frost. Okay. I love the Morning Frost too, Kona. I'm with you. I think it's like just such a beautiful, subtle look with the color just popping out. I'm really warring with this actually in my head. Not to mention Altenew's foam tape is beautiful for sure. It has that beautiful backer. I'm okay with the pink. I think I like the Morning Frost a little bit better, but I'm okay with the pink. You guys love the pink. Yep, need that to mention. The background does not pop as well on Morning. Oh, I read that one already. Okay, so let's do this. We're gonna put this down in the center. That looks pretty good. Okay, love. Now, Don't you think we should have a little bit of sparkle? I'm just gonna grab a couple, these 2, 3, 4. I'm grabbing the 5mm. These are the clear iridescent stellar sequins. I just need like a few of those. These come in 6 sizes. There are several colors. The clear iridescent and the dazzling diamond are some of my favorite of the stellar sequins. The clear iridescent just go with everything, and they're just a really nice bit of sparkle. And then I need my perfect picker, and I'm just gonna kind of tuck a few of these kind of into the design. Love this. It's like the perfect, Gigi, remember we said we're doing Ode to Gigi today because she was the wafer cookie lady. She was my grandmother. If you missed it, you can watch the replay. But she loved sparkle. She loved over the top sparkle, and I think, pretty sure that's where I get it from. Runs in the blood, y'all. And so she would have totally approved. You can't, I mean, I know it's not jumping off at you, but when I start tilting this in the light, you guys are going to see the sparkle come to life. And it's just going to, I love how a little bit of sparkle like this, it's not over the top. It's not like, hey, in your face because of the color of it. But when it starts to shine in the light and someone brings it out of the envelope, it really does draw the eye in and just goes, oh, what did I, like, it catches the eye and just causes us to like love it. So, hello, gorgeous, looking amazing as always. Love my Altenew Stamp Wheel 2.0. I couldn't stamp clear images until I tried the Stamp Wheel 2.0. Game changer, must have. Thank you, Nikki, for sharing that. I love it when you guys share your experiences with it, with things like that, because I feel like I can tell you, but when other people are sharing their experiences, like, you know, you guys know I'm telling the truth. I'm not here to lie. Your Gigi would be so proud. I think so. Look at how cute that is. Oh, love that. Do you see how just that little bit of subtle sparkle is so beautiful? Okay, here's what I'm going to do. I am going to, I'm going to grab the labels and tags too and just cut one real quick. We may not put it all together, but I might show you what you could do with this. And let's do it. I'm thinking about what we want to do. Maybe we just use the wafers again because I'm really digging the wafers. Maybe we do this. Let's do that. Okay, so this grouping with this, what color would I make it out of? I probably would do white for this. So let's just do a white tag real quick. I won't, I know you are all waiting for the giveaway, and I'm going to get to that in just a second. So I won't put this all together until after the giveaways, but I want to show you real quick what you could do with this to make a really adorable card. Now something, no, it's not the only, Tammy Kirk says, is the stamp, what is the 2.0 stamp wheel only difference from the original is the size? No. It's actually, there's also a couple added little features like a pop away side. I think that the, I like the color of the gold better on the 2.0. I know that seems like a weird little thing, but I do. So on this tag, once you cut it, there's like these little edgers that create your holes. What you can do is take this, push this down until it like lines up with the edge of your die cut because it has a blade there. So that blade will catch on the edge of the cardstock and then run this through, and it's going to create our hole in the tag. I'm loving this. It is making me hungry. Sweet memories of Gigi for sure. She's a good lady. Okay. So I would do foam, of course. And I would just do, maybe do the brown on that side because, and maybe do something like this. Just something like that maybe, and create an adorable little tag. And then you could even do like a sub-sentiment there, okay? So we could totally use our leftovers very easily, create a quick tag. And we've done this all. I stopped talking and started creating about an hour ago. So we created a lot of this in a short amount of time, and we have enough for even like a third project here. So maybe we would do this one. This tag, the shape of this tag is fantastic. The size is amazing. And the tag would be great on top of a card too. So let me show you on like a A2 size card. Perfect. It's a nice big tag. And then what I like to do is just cut a second tag and tuck it behind so you get a second color. Okay, you guys have been so patient. I'm gonna remove this. I'm gonna go over, give me just a second. I'm gonna kind of get the giveaway winner picked here. So I'm going to check out the Google form right now, see the entries that we have. All right, I have my entries, and then I'm going to go to random.org, and I'm gonna pick a random winner. I hope you are all here. So I'm just seeing how many we have. Okay. We're gonna go to individual responses. We're gonna go to 13. You're gonna email me from the email address that you entered on the form, the winners. You're gonna email me at carissa@sprinkledwithglitter.com and I will get your prize to you. So the first is Shannon Baker, and in my happy place is the beginning of the email. So hopefully, Shannon Baker, are you here? I would love to hear from you. So you won a $15 digital gift card code from Altenew, and I'm going to pick a second winner right now. Shannon Baker, make sure that you say hey, and we're going to pick a second one, and I'm going to go over here and find the winner. 35, and it is SAG. So SAG and Shannon Baker, and you're going to email me from the email address that you used to enter on the Google Forms. So make sure you email me to claim those $15 digital gift card codes from Altenew, and I'll get those sent over to you. So congratulations, Shannon and SAG, and I'm so glad you were all here. Now, for those of you who need to go, I've done the giveaway so you can do your thing, but just don't forget that that $10 gift card or the $10 discount code is valid through July 24th at 11:59 Eastern Daylight Time. So over at Altenew. If you forget what the code is, there is a link in the YouTube description below. If you just link over to there, you add $79 to your cart. It will automatically apply that if you use that link that's in the YouTube description. But for those of you who want to hang around for a minute or two longer, I'm just going to throw this together and we're going to create a quick little tag. But I wanted to quickly do the giveaways so that if some of you needed to move on to your merry little way, you could do that. I just want to say thank you all for joining me today. Carrie, thank you. Carissa Wiley and Mitzi at Altenew. Yes, thank you, Mitzi, for being here. I'm going to just fan these out like I did before. I'm going to do the brown on the outside. Okay. Flip these over and adhere them together. Okay, so now we have our little wafers. I have a little bit of foam adhesive just coming out the side, so we're gonna do this. And if you have any questions, let me know. Right now, you can use that question, capital question, to kind of key me into that. All right, I'm just gonna quickly put this together so that you guys can see what I would do with this. Catherine says, thank you so much, Carissa. Beautiful creations as always, and thank you, Altenew, for the promo code. Yes. And before you leave, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit that thumbs up button, turn on the notifications so you don't miss any of my videos. And join me Friday. I'll be going live again here on my YouTube channel at 1 p.m. Pacific time. We're going to create again, so be sure you join me Friday live. Okay. Now what I should have done is put this cookie down before I put that, but because I didn't, I'm just going to do this. And we're going to do a faux tuck. So nobody will know that that's just a partial die cut, and then I can use this on another, right? So let's add some foam adhesive behind this. Just bought this die set. Love it. Thanks. Awesome. This is a great tag. Okay. Quick little tag making session right here because we already had the elements and it just makes our life so easy. And we may just tuck this guy right here. What do we think? Chocolate chip cookie or no? I'm thinking no. Or let's tuck the chocolate chip cookie under here. No, I'm just not feeling the chocolate chip cookie on this guy. Love the tag. Okay. I think we'll just leave it like this. I think that's fine. I mean, we could try this. Let's do this. We have a whole nother one up there that we could use in the, oh, maybe like this. Yeah. Let's do this. We got to conceal that cut edge though. So we'll have to come in like this. Already looking forward to Friday's live. Well, I'm so glad. Makes me happy that you guys enjoy being here. I hope you had a little joy. No cookie. Let's see. We can always pull this off, but I think maybe we just do it right here. Just like that. Yep. And then what I think I would do is like a little, I don't know, let's just add some sequins and call it done. How about that? We could add a little sentiment strip, but I'm not sure that it needs it. I just had a chocolate chip at work. My coworker brought some homemade. Oh, that was so nice. Cute ribbon would be cute. Yep. Little, I love a little like baker's twine through the top of my tags. And a little metallic thread, I think, makes a nice finishing touch with the baker's twine as well. So I'm just grabbing a couple of these sequins. We're actually reusing a lot of the same products that we already use. We just brought in another little tag set to create something really fun. And let's grab my perfect picker. We'll add just a few little sequins and then we will call this done. Not bad for an hour and 15 minutes-ish. 20 minutes, an hour and 20 minutes. We got a couple of projects in. Had a little bit of die cutting done ahead of time, but not a huge amount. And so I'm gonna actually put these last two little sequins on top of my Gigi inspired wafer cookies. All right, just like that. And then we have an adorable little tag that you could put on a, bag of cookies if you do that kind of thing. I would probably put it on something not homemade if it was me. I don't know. That's why I love this set though, because there are like, there's a wrapped with love sentiment, and there's also a happy holidays sentiment in this wrapped with love set. So you can actually go holiday with it or non-holiday, and I think it's so much fun. All right, I'm gonna flip back to my face cam. It is hot here in Central California. I wanna say thank you all for joining me here today. I'm so glad you're here, whether you're watching live or on the replay. It means a lot that you choose to spend your time here. I hope you got some inspiration. I hope you felt a little joy and felt a little light as you were hanging out here today. I wanna say thank you so much for joining me. And don't forget to subscribe, turn on the notifications, hit that thumbs up button, and I have links to all the things that I used in today's project in the YouTube description below. I'll say thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day. Thanks so much for stopping by and hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe and turn on the notifications here on my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my card making and paper crafting video tutorials. Thanks again, and until next time, I hope you have a fabulous day.